ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be the true one. That water like Olympic swimmers, only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have caught my mama a house, coming straight out the south. Got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
On first down, Wentz. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Colts.
Here we go. 120. I'm scared. Mike 55.
Now Wentz.
Hey, it's arm out.
Now he steps away. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
First down.
Go. 180. 98 to Mike. Check pass. 198. Watch 98. 98.
Wentz to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Jonathan Taylor.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
On play action, Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
The kick is good. Makes the score Colts 7, Steelers nothing. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, here comes a Steeler punter, Jordan Berry, to kick it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And they spent...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Wentz, he's going to try and keep this.
Check.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Looking to throw on second down. Roethlisberger is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Why? Get wide.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Give to the fullback. This is Watt. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have taken the lead. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Colts 14. Steelers
so after the
7.
touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
A gain of 3, second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 6.
Ben to throw again. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They were looking for Johnson that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's going up top for Taylor. And that is incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
His kick is good.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first. Do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now, because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They give to Taylor out of the gun, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. It's a loss of 11 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
3rd down.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Check 24. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Let's go.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
Quarter. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
I'm coming after you.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked by the rookie Julian Blackmon. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Now a play fake. Wentz lets it go for Nelson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. But it'll be second down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. Being chased out left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Wentz going to throw, and it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Check 4. Check 13.
And they give this time to the tailback.
Check nickel.
It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Ready? 180. 22. Nice, sweetheart.
Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete.
Roethlisberger's pass intended for Deontay Johnson.
Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Indianapolis.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
Watch the slant. 95 is the sand. No, check. He's Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Kenny Moore. 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
For the extra point.
Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Now it's Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. but it's going to be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 15 yards on the play. First down. For Eric Ebron, the Steelers, his third team in 4 seasons. Started in Detroit and then played 2 years with these Indianapolis Colts, even making the Pro Bowl in 2018, following a season which saw him catch 13 touchdown passes. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 48 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Indianapolis.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll roll him out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler, he was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. Here's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
We got 3.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
95's Mike. Watch 95. Cut.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And he connects with Ebron. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go. Here we go. Black 20. He's Mike. Okay, double up. 95's Mike. Watch 95. I'm coming.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Black 80. Check, he's Mike. Let's go, baby. We turn over. Let's get that ball.
Back to throw. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
SOS.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Squeeze, double. Check 99. Check 90. Lefty. Undercrush.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Terrell Edmonds on the tackle. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'm a slow pacing. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And the whip